Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. If you have a question, topic, suggestion, if you want me to give you my take on anything, put it in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you want to connect on social media outlets, on Facebook, you can search for me, Carlos Flores Jr., on Instagram, on X, and on Threads. I've been at Back on Basics. So let's talk about what we should be teaching our younger generation. I mean, watch my shorts, 3 minutes long. It's actually about the same topic. For example, for me, in my opinion, I think that we should be teaching a number of things to our younger generation. We should be teaching them how to put into work every day, right? We should be teaching them a two-step process. The first step would be hard work. Teach them hard work. I mean, take them outside and say, dig a hole, plant a tree, water the lawn, mow the lawn. I mean, do things that our younger generation are going to realize that, it wasn't rosy for all of us and for our older generation. It wasn't like that. We're so used to working hard, right? We put into work every day. That's why I always tell you, put into work every day. And that's one of the things that we have to be careful with the younger generation, because we have to teach them how to work hard first, and then we will go to step 2, which is work smart. I know some of these kids are already working smarter, and that's great, but I would recommend for you still to give them a taste of hard work. If you live on a farm, go make them muck the stalls, or go and pick up poop from all the animals. Go and milk a cow or do something. Dig a post. Let them do a fence. Do the same thing that the Karate Kid did to, that Pamarita did to Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid, right? Have them do hard work until their things hurt. Look, I have calluses on here. I have bumps. I have a lot of things. Why? Because I was taught to do hard work. And you know what? Because of that experience of doing hard work, I love working smarter. I love doing these videos, right? I love doing a lot of different things because I rather work smarter than harder. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will work hard because I will de-weed. I will change the oil in the car. I will change a tire. And our kids actually have learned to do exactly that. They know how to do that. They know how to change a tire. They know how to open the hood and look under and make sure that all the fluids are up, are at the level that they should be, and have maintenance on their cars. I mean, there's so many different things that our younger generation are missing. We need to show them to respect their elders, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very important point. We need to show them to respect their elders. Their elders have to be respected. Why? Because they're the ones who set the bar on hard work. So now they need to set the bar on smart work. We have to make sure that we're connecting, that we're showing respect, that we help our older generation, our generation, which is older generation. I mean, I'm 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen. We have to make sure that our younger generation knows the extremes, right? Tell them stories. I mean, my grandfather, my dad, my mom told us stories all the time. I mean, my mom still tells us stories about what happened when they were young. I mean, they lived in a mud hut when I was young, when I was a baby. And you know what? They worked hard. Both of them worked hard to get to where they're at right now. And rest in peace, my dad. He worked his butt off. And so did my mom is still working her butt off. She's working hard to make sure that things are the way that they are, to make sure that we realize, my brother and I realize that we need to have that balance, right? I know what working hard is. My brother knows what working hard is because our parents taught us. But now we're learning, or actually, my brother has learned how to do that a little bit more than I have, working smarter. I'm starting to do the same thing because, again, right? There's so many different things that we need to teach our younger generation. We need to teach them to be humble, ladies and gentlemen, to respect around, to have that mind, body, emotional, spiritual balance. We need to make sure that their focus is on making this place, this earth, better. To make sure that we're helping the people that need help, that we're smiling, that we're saying hi to people. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, how can we as a culture just walk by somebody without saying hi or at least smiling? How come we're doing that? How come we're not doing that? We need to make sure that we're focusing, right? We need to make sure that things are happening the way that they should. We need to make sure that we're dealing with the stuff that we need to deal, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're losing some of these things that my parents, my grandparents have taught us. We're losing the respect, right? Where's the respect for the elders right now? Some of these kids don't even have respect for elders, don't have respect for education. And I'm not trying to be negative. All I'm saying is I'm trying to be a realist. And we need to start with those younger generations at our home. We need to make sure that they understand. They need to understand, they need to learn what hard work is and what smart work is. They need to learn that they need to respect and help uh, their elders. They need to respect others. They need to be mindful that there's consequences for things that they do or they do not do. So again, I want to make sure that I emphasize that because it's very important, ladies and gentlemen. So let's pledge. Let's teach kids how to not only be kids, but also be respectful kids, mindful kids, right? Humble kids. If I would take a humble, respectful, mindful person over somebody that's just giving me attitude all the time. Oh, believe me, I would deal with both types of personalities different, but I would make sure that by the end that they're with me, that they know what humble means, that they know what respect means, that they know what hard work is, so that way I can start teaching them how to work smarter. So subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. Ladies and gentlemen, this world's going to get better when we teach our younger generation to take care of it, to be mindful, to be respectful. Back on Basics.